Welcome! So, for our explainer today, we're not digging into a dense article or some complex report. Nope, our source is something a little different. A short, simple poem from a textbook. But, packed inside these few lines is the entire epic story of a cricket match, and we're going to break it all down.
So that brings us to the big question. It sounds kind of weird, right? Can a poem actually make you feel like you're right there watching a live game? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to treat this almost like sports commentary and see just how the poet captures all that tension and drama.
And this image, well, it just sets the scene perfectly, doesn't it? You can feel the pressure of the moment just looking at the captains and the umpire. This poem crams an entire high-stakes match into a handful of lines, and we're about to unpack that whole story.
All right, Section 1. The match begins. The poem doesn't mess around. It drops us straight into the action, right from the very first moment of the game.
So these first two lines do a lot of work. They immediately introduce us to a key player, Dhoni, and a really crucial moment, the toss. It's short, it's punchy, and it tells you exactly who is in charge from the get-go.
So in cricket, the toss isn't just a formality. It's a huge deal. It's a coin flip that decides who bats first, and that can set the whole strategy for the match. So by winning it, India's captain, Dhoni, gets an immediate leg up. He really is the boss of that first critical decision.
Okay, so the match is on, and now the poem zooms in on those amazing individual moments. The flashes of brilliance that can totally define a game. This is where the heroes step up. Just check out the cause and effect here. It's so powerful. Gambhir, the Indian batsman, does something massive, and the poem immediately links it to the devastating impact it has on the other team's star bowler, Brett Lee.
And for anyone who might not know, a century is a really big deal in cricket. It means one player has scored 100 runs all by himself. It's a huge personal achievement, and it can just completely crush the other team's morale.
So that knee injury, it probably isn't a literal injury. It's more poetic, right? It's capturing that feeling of being totally dominated. Gambhir's success is such a blow to the opposition that it metaphorically brings their best bowler to his knees.
And the pressure just keeps building. Now another Indian player, Sehwag, makes a big play. And this time we see the effect it has on the Australian captain, Ponting.
The poem's own little dictionary helps us out here. Hitting the ball to the fence just means you've smacked it all the way to the edge of the field, to the boundary.
And yeah, you can see why Ponting would get tense. Hitting the boundary means you get an automatic 4 or even 6 runs. Bam! Just like that. If you're the other team's captain, watching those easy runs pile up, well, that's a recipe for some serious stress.
Okay, now the story is really heating up. Every great sports story needs that moment of controversy, right? That moment of high drama. And this poem delivers. The focus shifts to a critical decision that's hanging in the balance.
This is where the drama hits its peak. The play is just too close to call. A player, Taylor, might be run out, but nobody's sure, not even the umpire on the field. So the whole game just stops while the decision goes upstairs to the third umpire for a video review.
This is pure modern sports drama. The game halts, every single eye in the stadium goes to the big screen, and you can just feel everyone holding their breath. The third umpire is looking at slow-motion replays from every conceivable angle to make the one final call. The tension is just incredible.
And there it is, the verdict. The poem just lays it out with this simple, brutal finality.
So the call is in, Taylor is out. After all that suspense, the replay confirms it. He has to walk off the field. His time at the bat is over. It's a massive turning point in the game.
And now, we're at the climax. The poem introduces a brand new opponent, one that no team can ever really beat. And that's time itself, represented by the setting sun.
This is just fantastic storytelling, isn't it? The game is on a knife's edge. India just needs one more run to win, and just as the tension is at its absolute highest, the daylight starts to fade. It's a race against the clock now.
The poem's glossary adds this amazing detail. The sun isn't just setting, it's blazing. It just paints this picture of a dramatic, fiery sunset as the backdrop for this final, all-important moment.
See, in a lot of cricket matches, if the light fades before there's a winner, the game could just end in a draw. So that setting sun isn't just pretty scenery, it's a ticking clock. It adds this whole other layer of pressure. They have to win, and they have to win right now.
All that drama, all that tension, it all leads us here to the final resolution, the outcome of the entire fight.
And there you have it. Simple, triumphant, clear as day.
Against the odds, against the fading light, India gets the win. And the poem ends with that one perfect image of victory, raising the championship trophy.
So this kind of leaves us with one final thought. This little poem managed to boil down an entire game into its most thrilling moments. The captain's clever start, the hero's huge score, the dramatic referee call, and that final race against time. It really makes you think, what are the moments in any game that stick with us? You know, the ones that are worth turning into a story?